and welcome to Talk with T. This is my brand new talk show, and I'm going to be talking with athletes, creators, and entrepreneurs from across London, the UK, and who knows, it might be international as well. So today I have my very, 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 very good friend and sister. I have to just call her my sister because what else did I say? Kika Ashanike. She is a writer, she's a speaker, she's a business consultant, and we're going to be talking about her journey, you know, as for all of those things. So I'll see you guys in a moment. So I'm here with the lovely Kika.
Hey.
That's actually not your name though, is it?
It's Kika Lomo, so my
Yeah.
teacher trained me in year 2.
Yeah, so guys, I've known Kika for about 11 years now.
Yeah.
Okay, so when I first met her name was Kika.
It wasn't.
When I met you, your name was Kika.
Where
And
did you
then,
see that?
yeah.
Oh, it's true.
And then you sent a message out to
made me
all the
true.
girls.
Yeah.
And then your name was Kika at the end. And I was like, she changed her name.
Yeah.
But yeah, so.
I didn't change it actually. My teacher changed it. But anyway,
It's stuck.
Kika Lomo if I know you like that.
So Kika's like her stage name.
Yeah.
Say that.
I like that.
It has a nice little ring to it anyway.
It does.
So Kika, you are a writer, speaker, and business consultant,
Praise God.
and you're only 28 years old. That's amazing.
Amen.
So we're going to talk about your journey.
Yay.
Okay, so most people don't really know your journey as those things per se. So we're just going to dive into a little bit. So I wanted to start off with you as a business consultant.
Okay.
So the whole business side. Okay. So how did you actually get into that? And I know you told me before that from when you were a kid, business was something that was just, I guess, innate.
That's
So you
true.
want to tell us a little bit about that?
Well, my heritage is Nigerian.
Yeah.
Well,
my parents are Nigerian.
Okay, yeah.
and I think it's just built in every Nigerian, if I'm honest. To be very like business minded. So my mum is very business minded. Like she just does business. My dad kind of sort of, but he probably wants to work at things. I think it's in my blood. My grandma's a business person. She never works a day in her life for anybody else. So I think it was natural for me to be like have an innate business mind or personality. So I remember making business plans when I was like 8 years old. Literally, I remember like years later finding papers when I was like 18 of like when I was 8, and literally I would be in my room for hours, like literally when I say hours, from like 10 a.m. till.
Planning what?
I was planning businesses. I was planning like.
I had this shopping centre called Miracles Shopping Centre. I wasn't even a Christian then, so I don't know where that from. But Miracles Shopping Centre, inside it was like a nail spa, a this, a that. I would think about all the staff that would be needed, the numbers, the amount, the cost. Like at 8, 10 years old, that's literally what I was thinking about. Yeah.
So now, like, let's fast forward like 20 years. How has that continued, and what do you do? What is it exactly that you do now, and which kind of people do you help in their businesses?
Okay, so I help social entrepreneurs essentially and charities and companies basically train their leaders, train their trustees, set up the legal side of like their business, their ministry, their what else? I guess there's more day to day sort of side hustle if you want to put it that way, but the legal side of it, which a lot of people don't know.
So a lot of people will say that they are a social media business, but you have nothing set up. You don't have your own bank account. So, for example, if you're needing people to pay you, they're paying into Kika Ashanike's account. It's like, that's
Personal
not
account,
normal. So, personal account, not business accounts. How to choose a team of trustees, training your team, complying with the charity commission, company's house, just stuff like that. Knowledge that I think I just picked up along the last 10 years of like ministry and business from my mentor, because he's amazing at that stuff like that. Yes, I just get to train other people in that, which is amazing.
So essentially, you are a mentor.
Yeah, business mentor if you want to put it that way. I get paid for it, which is great. So, yeah.
I think everyone wants to do that,
Amen.
really. So, like you said, so a lot of what you learned, so I guess you learned the hard way, would you say that?
Yes,
You
definitely.
didn't study business at uni, did you? What did you
No,
study?
I studied law. Law does help because it's teaching me. I was doing a business thing with somebody yesterday actually, and I realized that reading acts is not easy. So charity acts and things like that. But because of my law background, I'm able to say, you know, can you show me clause 2? Because they said clause 2. And normal people don't, like a layman would not understand that, but I kind of do because I come from that world. But yeah, I didn't study business. I did learn the hard way. So a lot of trial and error. So it might take me 2 hours to take a client through something that I literally learned in 5 years.
Yeah.
So yeah.
That's amazing. Okay, so you mentioned something about leadership and training leaders. So when you say training leaders, because I think if you talk, I know you're a writer and a speaker. I'm talking like I don't know her, but I really do. You're a writer and a speaker, and so I know a lot of you. Basically, you do speak a lot, and I guess you address leaders a lot. So we know you do the business side in terms of the legal and the, I guess, compliance with the law side of things with them in that aspect. But in what other way do you also help to train leaders?
I guess ministry would be another way. So we used to run something, we still do, just on a small break, something called leadership classes in Pure Hearts, and it was essentially teaching leaders, if you wanted to go into ministry or business actually, to essentially have a character and the heart of a leader. I wrote a book, it's not out yet, but I wrote a book recently called Servant Leader. It's a small manual and it's literally training leaders to have the heart of a leader. I think I was a manager in Canary Wharf before the law called me to leave my full-time job, and I remember one day all my staff, one by one, started to come to me and say to me, we haven't got paid. Like people who are fathers, mothers, they had their childminders to pay, they had travel, they had lunch to pay for, and people forgot to do their timesheets. Because I just was not responsible. I was 24 years old and I was managing a team of like 40, 50-year-olds. I think it's because I had the gift to do it, so I have a natural leader, natural sort of, I guess, forerunner, if that makes sense. I'm very much of an extrovert, so I think it was very natural to put me in that position, but I didn't have the character. So things like procrastination, I was still dealing with, but then learning that my actions, oh my God, have a ripple effect on not just the guy that I didn't pay, on his wife, because they can't pay their childminders, their son can't get looked after. And stuff like that was like, okay, that's a big lesson for me in the character of a leader, first of all, so you're trained. So I'm very passionate about that, making sure leaders are leaders in the heart before they're leaders in, I guess, on the field.
That's amazing, because a lot of times people can focus on the external, like, I guess, how to, I don't know, be charismatic so people can follow you, or that kind of stuff. And so the fact that, I guess, essentially you do both the external and the internal, which is amazing. Okay, so you spoke about a new book you're writing, which you haven't. Are you allowed to release? You said you released the title, didn't you?
Yeah, it's called The Servant Leader.
Servant Leader.
Yeah, and it's very different because it's not a Christian book. It's not. It's not for the world. It's not for the church.
For the church,
So that would be your fourth book actually. So you've actually got 3 books out already,
yes,
and I've got them here. Yeah. So your first one was The Delivery Room.
Yeah. I was a baby when I wrote that.
Baby. So we're going to talk about each of them, I guess, separately.
So she's got The Delivery Room, Intimacy, Finding Life in the Secret Place, and your latest one, The Unknotting. Cover's amazing, by the way. Yeah.
Big up. 40K design.
Yeah, 40K design. Literally. They're amazing as well. But yeah, do you want to just take us on a little journey? Because like you said, you were a baby when you wrote this. How old were you when you wrote this?
I started writing that when I was 18 or 17. 18, I think. And it wasn't even supposed to be a book.
I've always been a great writer. I remember in year 4, my teacher being like, oh my God, you have a writing gift. And this is like in primary school. And I was like, oh, thanks. You know, I think she gave us 30 minutes to write, like a
short story. And everybody else was like fussing, like, oh my God, we have to write. And I wrote like 4 pages, and everyone else wrote half a page. And I took it to her, like, I'm finished. And she was like, did you do this here? I was like, yes, I did. But not knowing that it was a writing gift, just thinking it was just something that you could do fast. So I think you can do that with gifting because it's natural, you don't see it as a gift. By 18, I wrote like a little start of something. I think I was just like pouring out my heart, wrote on my computer.
At like 2 a.m, took it to what I call, I guess, fellowship that I used to go to. My mentor was there. Somebody gave it to him, and then he called me. The first time he ever called me, actually. And I remember him saying, Kika, it's Edric, in his American accent. And I remember him saying it's a book, and I was like, okay. And obviously you're gonna write many books, all this kind of stuff. And I was like, okay. But this didn't come out till I was 23.
Wow.
So it was 5-6 years. So it really just, I guess, captivates my journey of going from a girl to a woman. Actually, I think is literally the essence of The Delivery Room. Finding the real me in him, finding that I'm a woman in him and not a girl in him. So letting go of childish things to cling to, I guess, grown woman stuff. So letting go of rejection, fear, stuff like that. So that's special to me because it was the first.
That's amazing. So if you guys haven't got this book, I recommend that you do get that.
If you could just say 3 key things that someone would take out, what are the 3 key things that you've learned and that I guess you put into this book that a young woman, a teenager, because you openly started writing it, you end up as a young adult when you finish. What would be 3 key things that you would say?
I think the first one is how important it is to look back and heal from the things that you've gone through. So whether it's rejection from the first boyfriend, whether it's I want to call it teenage depression. I know that sounds quite deep, but you know that teen stage where you're not sure what's going to happen with your life, you're not sure who you are, that kind of stuff. So that's probably the second. And the third is rejection, I think. Literally knowing how to overcome rejection. I think we've all suffered from rejection in different ways. There's a chapter in the book, I think it's chapter 2 or 3, and it talks about the different types of rejection. So the fact that rejection doesn't affect us all in the same way. Some of us, we mask rejection in different ways. So for me, being an extrovert was a way to mask rejection, whereas somebody else, being an introvert, might be a way to mask rejection. Still the same spirit, or the same injury to your heart, but you kind of you soothe it in a different way to the other person. So yeah, definitely a book of freedom, I think, or the start of freedom. Yeah.
So like just thinking about leadership, because for me, I feel like this interview, leadership is going to be like the overarching everything. How important is it because really this show is, we're really talking to leaders on the rise, really, whether it be as an athlete, whether it be as a creator, whether it be as an entrepreneur. Like you have the social influence, you're an influencer on the rise. You know, you might have a small following now, but believe in that it will grow. And so how important is it to, because obviously this is to women, but I guess to either male or female, how important is it to deal with those things? It's like, I guess before you have that large following.
Oh my gosh,
really weird like YouTube sermon. It has like 200 views or something. Some random guy in a room with a chalkboard. Still can't find that sermon, but that was the best 7 minutes or so of my life that I listened to. I don't even know who he is. So random. And the guy said a line, and he said the spotlight is the worst place for somebody who deals with rejection to be in, because it's a place that you literally, your insecurities, your desire to rule over other people is literally manifesting. I think as a leader, if you don't deal with those things, you'll see the platform as a place of rulership and not a place, I guess, of sacrifice, and not a place where you're there to pull your brothers and sisters out of what you've been pulled through. And the worst thing is that you rely on your gift, and you won't rely on,
I guess, your heart. You rely on your gift, and in the end, I'm probably going to go belly up, which is why a lot of leaders end up either in scandals or not, I don't know, passing the test of time. People who I love in ministry are people who are, I guess, able to have longevity in ministry without scandal. Even in life, in business, you know, we look at business leaders, the moment something happens with an influential person, even in the world, it takes everything they've done before. Can I mention his name?
Can I? No?
I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know what you're going to
An
say.
influential person who works for the BBC, and something happened with him this week, and it literally just sort of, I love the show that he was on, but it just tainted everything. And it's so funny how as a leader, one show up of your character, there's something, you know, that's on earth there, and people are like, no. So people buy into the heart, especially in this century, like the millennial generation. I don't think they fall for as much, dare I say, crap as the other generations have fallen for. So
That's amazing. I want to go on to your third book. So The Unknotting.
So do you want to just tell people what this book is actually about?
The Unknotting, identifying the roots of dysfunction. Gosh, it was literally, every book is actually my journey, to be honest. The Delivery Room, me being delivered, intimacy, me being poured into intimacy with the Lord, and The Unknotting. The Unknotting for me is the adult stage of the Delivery Room. So Delivery Room is sort of like a new believer, you're dealing with all the things from the world, you're getting rid of the baggage, and then The Unknotting is almost like
internal spiritual deliverance from your heritage, from things from your mother's bloodline, your father's bloodline. And the main thing that I guess that stemmed the book is when the Lord started to show me that a lot of the things that we as people, not even believers, people deal with is hereditary. So a lot of things is because your mum dealt with it, or your grandpa dealt with it, or, you know, don't want to be, I guess you would say don't want to be over spiritual and say, oh, it's a curse. But even if you don't want to use the word curse, science will use the word genes. Same thing. It just means there's a tie to the way you behave, the way you laugh, the way you speak. My dad called me the other day and I realized he said something. He said a word and it's exactly the same way that my older brother says it. And I know, you know, we didn't grow up necessarily with our dads. I know they've never had that kind of conversation, but I'm just like, that's like the way my brother says it and exactly what he would say in that moment. And genes are so strong. So down to depression and things that people deal with, issues of the mind, the heart, those things can be tied to your generation. It's knowing that the Lord can literally unearth and literally unknot and untie us from those things. So very deep.
Amazing, very deep.
Very necessary.
very necessary.
Okay, so we've spoken about you as a business consultant, as an author. So 3 books, one coming, and I guess many more to come.
Amen.
But you're also a speaker.
And I guess that's something as well that you discovered from a very young age. but I guess okay, have you always been, is it a gift, or is it just something that I guess since you became a believer that you kind of more so?
Yeah, because I'm trying to think back to before. I wasn't really.
But you,
I mean, there was never much opportunity.
Okay,
to
so
do stuff like
obviously
that.
publicly, but is speaking something that you've always naturally been good at?
So funny, no.
Wow.
No.
So how did that come about? So we know. Do you want to share a little bit about that?
Yeah, that's really odd actually. The first time I ever spoke in front, I'm thinking that I don't like, because I've forgotten something and the Lord can show me. Thinking, when was the first time I ever like addressed it? School assemblies, obviously. So in terms of like reading a play and being the narrator and stuff like that. But I was, okay, so I guess I had the boldness always, but I never had like a passion to address people. That definitely wasn't.
My passion literally was more business. It literally was more being a leader, being a manager, being like maybe a CEO of a company, like stuff like that. It wasn't like addressing a big audience and speaking. So that was definitely and still is something I rely on the Lord greatly for. I always say this before, like I had a conference a few weeks ago, and it's probably the biggest sort of conference I'd ever spoken at. And the stage was a large stage, and the people and everything. And I remember, okay, I didn't go blank that time, but before every time I get up on the stage, I just go. It's almost like I can't even remember my own name.
Literally, like, you just go blank, like who am I, what's going on, why am I here, like what is this, you just feel like it's some sort of confused days. But the moment I get on the stage, let me say 5 minutes in, something just breaks and the Lord takes over. So I know it's an anointing to do it. It's not, I don't even want to say it's a gift. I think it's an anointing. I've done it before when
I went to speak one time in the beginning of 2017, January 2017, and that was the year that the Lord was telling me to take time out. It was the worst speaking engagement of my life. I literally remember
like sweating down I had my wig on, and it was winter, it's January, so it's not like it's a hot day, but I literally could feel the sweat as I was talking, like dripping down my neck, and everybody knew it was awful. I knew it was bad. It's like, I don't know what I'm talking about, you don't know what I'm talking about, let's just forget this. I just got off the stage and I was like, okay, praise God. But I think that showed me, Keeks, I'm not a gifted speaker, so I have to rely on him. So definitely I know that.
Yeah, so just that distinction, I guess. Yeah, so you are a pastor, you are, so people knows what a pastor is, but you're a minister, you speak, so you, like you said, you run your own organisation called Pure Heart Ministries. And you, so you have been on TV, you've been on radio as well. So tell us a little bit about that.
I actually forget these things. But I was thinking about this yesterday, or today, rather, this morning, that the Lord literally opens every single door that's ever happened to me. I don't remember having to bang down like a door. When the TV stuff came about, I was literally just in my house taking out my hair, like my braids. The radio stuff, the Lord has connected me with Premier Radio since I was 24. And 5 years later, 4 years later, still the relationship is there. But I just have to be thankful to God and be like, okay, I know I'm not the gifted speaker, so it really must be the Lord that's placing me on your heart. But those have been fun opportunities. I actually want to do a lot more TV, so
So in what aspect would you like to do more TV? What is the big passion of your heart?
The big dream. The big dream is a talk show.
Wow.
Yes, that's definitely. I'm putting it out there. My first time in public. Cool. But that's definitely the big dream. You want to watch this back?
Yeah.
You heard it here first. But that's definitely the big dream, is to reach people on a worldwide basis, I guess, with truth. And I'm learning that truth, in terms of reaching the world, doesn't have to. It's so funny because you don't even have to say the name of Jesus to give truth. Truth is a person, and He is truth. And I would love to do something like that. And it's a passion the Lord put in my heart because it wasn't always there. So in the last
year or so, He put it in there, but then He started having other people confirm it. So I would do different things, and people would be like, "You're really good at this. You're really good at this stuff." And I'm like, "Okay, Lord, I hear you." So
Yeah, that's amazing. I just want to touch on something. So we started off the interview talking about you as a business consultant, so the business side, and how I guess you said that was innate from when you were a young kid. So I guess those natural giftings, but then you spoke about moving on to the whole speaking side, more so the ministry side, and we kind of saw that wasn't necessarily something that you dreamed yourself, wasn't a childhood dream, and it wasn't necessarily something that you were innately good at, but that is something that God has imparted into you and anointed you to do as you've, I guess, walked with Him. So how important is it to be able to distinguish between for each person, distinguish between what is, I guess, your own desire and what actually is what God wants you to do, and then also how important is, because I guess because you know, I don't know, but I would assume because you know what God is called you to do, does that make the journey of getting there, I guess the weight, you know, that the weight or the journey of, you're not quite at the big dream yet, but you're on the way, and I guess how does that impact your ability to wait, or I guess the faith moving forward? People have faith in themselves and they believe they'll get there, but how does that impact your journey?
Wow. The first part, in terms of knowing your desires from his desires,
for me, the telling or sign that the signpost
that God is the one that's leading you a certain way is the fact that you don't want to go that way.
Okay.
So everything in you is like, no, this wasn't my dream. Like, I literally was calling Magic Circle law firms when I was 17. Because I literally was like, I'm going to be a lawyer. So they knew my name. I managed to get through to the CEO of like a Magic Circle law firm. That's unheard of at 17. And obviously apprenticeships start like 21. So the guy's like, call me back in a few years, okay? And I was like, okay. You know, but that literally was my dream, to do stuff like that. So
to then have the Lord on, when I was 20, start impressing on my heart, that's not the direction I want you to go in. I want you to go to law school. I don't want you to go to law school. I was like, is this a joke? My mom's going to kill me, first of all.
God forbid. But watch your words. But yeah, it really was, the fact that I didn't want to go that direction showed me that it really was God. And then he started to open doors, not big doors though. He started to open little doors to show you that, yeah, this is the way that I want you to go.
And I think be careful of ambition. Whenever ambition seeps in, sometimes because it's your own desire, not the desire he has for you. Sometimes, you know, you can test it and literally say, if this never grew past 50 people and that's how the Lord wanted it, would I be okay with that? If you are, then it's probably God that's called you to it. So, yeah. And the second part was,
I guess because for most of the people that I'm interviewing and the people that are watching, it's kind of, we're in a place where you haven't seen the big vision yet. So how does knowing that this is what God has called you to do, as opposed to this is just my desire? Okay, so obviously the first big part is people knowing it's like, well, sometimes the people don't care.
yeah.
Generally, I don't care if it's God's will for my life or not. But maybe for people that do care, like how does that, for you personally, how is knowing what God wants you to do and I guess the weight between there and there, like how does that help?
So I was reading Joseph this morning, again, and just literally watching his journey carefully, how the Lord, it's almost like the Lord led him. There's a part of Joseph's story where he says his brothers had gone to Shechem to go and whatever they were doing for their father, and then he went to go meet them because his dad sent him there. Jacob sent him there, and then when he gets there, the Bible says that he saw a man, and he says to the man, "Where are my brothers?" And then the man says, "They're down there. Go." No, the man comes to him and says, "What do you want?" And then the man sees with my brothers, and I really believe that man is Jesus. For me, literally, I had that revelation. I'm like, God, I think that's Jesus, which shows that the Lord will come and literally push you into the pit. But he's the one that led Joseph. If Joseph never found them, they wouldn't have put him in the pit. He was wandering, and then the man says to him, "What do you want?" And then
that sounds like a very God question to me. So I'm looking for my brothers. They're over there. The man literally pushes him to his death, if you want to put it that way. And I think the Lord, whenever it's his journey, he really will take you down, lower, chisel your character. I always say God's way is the long road. If you have a dream or a vision and it comes to pass very quickly, then you might want to check it, because God is a very slow-cooked God. He doesn't, even if it looks like the person's blowing up quickly, there would be a journey of loads of what you didn't see. So I think, how does it help to wait in that situation? There's still days when it's weird, because when the Lord calls you for any vision, at first you're saying no, then you finally get excited and say, okay, yes, and then he says, great, now wait, and you're like, what? You're gonna make me,
I'm gonna say no, then you're gonna make me say yes, and then tell me wait, and it's like, this is a joke. But it's not a joke, it's just his process. But does it get easier to wait? I think the more you trust him in your relationship, and the more you have to keep reminding, it takes a lot of self-reminders.
You have to literally remind yourself whenever you feel that way. Maybe it's once a week, once a month, once every year, and just say to yourself, Keeks, who called you? God did. Who started this? He started, so he will finish it. He will. And then you're sitting there thinking, okay, this is the dream, this is where I am, no connections. Literally zero connections, zero people. But now I think to myself, everything else has happened. The TV, the radio, that was no connections either. That was I didn't know anyone either, but he did that. So if he can do that, do so much bigger. So yeah.
Wow. That's amazing. Thank you so much for sharing that.
Thank you.
So to finish this interview, I've got a hot 10. So you just answer the question. Okay. So first one, sweet or savoury?
Ooh, Savoury.
Savoury.
Yeah.
Would you rather be too hot or too cold?
Ah, too hot. I don't like cold. I don't play with cold. Yeah.
Okay, what's the last thing that you ate?
That's so bad. I wish it happened hours ago. KFC popcorn. Yeah, okay.
Twitter or Instagram?
Instagram.
You're stranded alone on an island and you're only allowed 2 items.
Oh.
What would they be?
A bottle of water.
You're on the island.
Wait,
water. You can boil the water. Make a fire.
Okay. 2 items.
Okay, I should
oh my
tell you what to
gosh. Oh, I don't know. Perfume, because I smell nice. It makes me feel better.
You're alone.
Yeah, but it just makes me feel better. Perfume and a notebook.
Okay.
Oh no, duh, my Bible and a notebook. Sorry, perfume.
How are you gonna write?
A pen?
No, you have 2 items.
Okay, a pen and my Bible. It's found the
Okay.
Bible. Okay, a pen and my Bible. That's it.
Okay, do you sleep with your socks on or off?
Oh, I can't sleep to myself. I find it very people who do
I
that.
don't know how people
gotta
do that,
watch them.
honestly. Okay, if you could live anywhere else in the world, where would it be?
Oh. Where else? Oh, Switzerland.
Really?
Yes, I went there 2 years ago. I loved it.
Oh, yeah.
Amazing.
Okay, what's your favourite smell?
Coco Chanel.
If you could have one superpower, what would it be?
Oh.
Go into the future and come back.
Really? I didn't even think of that.
It'll simmer my worries a little bit, you know. So I know that's gonna happen tomorrow. Don't worry.
That's a good one,
That is.
Okay, and last but not least, the most important question. I need to know, which person are you? Are you person A, B, or C? Person A, they can't roll their tongue. Person B, they can.
A person C, they can do this. They can do it twice. They can you roll your tongue.
This. Okay.
I can do both.
This one. No, you can't.
Okay, I'm ready. Alright, I'm person B. That's a joke. Person B.
Your person B, well done. Thank you, Kika. That's been amazing. So this has been a really good interview. Like it's been quite deep, maybe some bit too deep for some people, but there's some really key nuggets in there. I really pray that people can, I guess, extract them from this interview. So just to finish, just want to say
one word of encouragement that you can say to our viewers, maybe other people that are either called to ministry, called to business, whatever it is, and they're waiting or they're on the journey. What would be that one piece of advice that you can give to them?
Oh, pour your all into what God has called you to do. Whatever your passion is, even if you're it sounds weird, but even if you're not a believer and you have a passion for something, pour your heart and your soul, literally all that you have, into whatever you feel called to do. Because even if it doesn't work out, at least you can say you gave it your all. And that's what I always think to myself: give absolutely everything your all, leave the rest to God. So yeah, give it your all. Don't hold anything back. 100% in.
That is a good piece of advice. Take that, guys. So guys, thank you so much for watching this interview. And I'm just going to say, let the past motivate you, but use the present to create history. See you next time, guys. Bye.